wants to start the show with us. He actually has to leave very quickly. He's doing a drive-by. This is a drive-by. Adam Levine.
Just a little drop-in. It's like when Bob Hope.
It's like when Bob Hope used to drop in on the Tonight Show.
Just run in and run out.
Thanks for squeezing me in for that.
Yes,
I
always.
just have to talk. That's it. Where's the mic?
No, you got the mic.
It's on.
It's on.
It's on your headset.
Welcome to 2015, my friend. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Adam Levine is on a show called The Voice. You know, being on America's Got Talent, you become aware of what a monster this show is. It is crazy. How many years has The Voice been on now? 10?
5 years, or about 5 years, but we just started our 10th season.
Right, you guys sort of double up sometimes.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
We do two a year. We've never not done two a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the show is on... Yeah, 2 seasons, but it's 2 seasons in one, in other words.
Insane. Yeah.
Because the show really saved NBC. I mean, it's incredible ratings because you're on against Dancing with the Stars, which was a juggernaut, and the show does so well against it. And you kind of, it's like you're both coexisting.
I
was going to say, do you understand this any at all? Yeah.
No, I don't. Like, and I really did when I started. I mean, I'm sure you did the same when you did AGT, where you're like, all of a sudden you're in this world that you know nothing about and never were ever involved with. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Shit.
Well, you know, for me, being in radio, I was very involved in ratings. Ratings were what I lived by and died by. So it was like I understood that world of NBC. But for you, being a musician, you were like, hey, I'll go on this show. It'll probably last a week or two, and it'll be off the air.
That's exactly what I was like. Oh, maybe get some money and do this fun thing, and it'll be what it is, and then it'll be over.
But when being in Maroon 5, were the guys pissed at you for taking The Voice initially? I mean, it has done great things for Maroon 5 and for your musical career.
No, they weren't. They weren't pissed. They were skeptical in the beginning. They thought, what is this? Why are you doing this?
Did you have to go to them?
I did. I mean, it was tricky because on paper, like at the time especially, it wasn't the kind of thing that you were going to do when you were really crushing it with your career. It wasn't like, oh, and then I'll try this and it'll make everything better. It was kind of like, it was the Dancing with the Stars thing where it wasn't necessarily, it was people from the past. You know, it wasn't like a career enhancer necessarily.
Right.
You know, it was just kind of a really controversial decision in the band. They were supportive though, and it
could have been a career killer because rock music, pop music, and then you go on one of these TV shows, and then you can be perceived as, oh man, he sold out, he went on a TV show.
Sure, or it's kind of one of those things that people would do as like a last-ditch effort to like get their career going again or something. So it kind of, the perception was different then, but hey, I could never have told you all this craziness that was going to ensue after the fact. Like,
was your whole camp split, like with like a manager saying, listen, you got to go do this, it'll help the band, and then the band going, hey, don't do it because we could go out and tour and blah, 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 blah.
No, I mean, they were cool. It was like, at the time we needed, like, I think we needed to try something a little different.
When NBC came to you and initially pitched The Voice, were you the first judge to sign on?
No, it was Mark Burnett. Mark Burnett is like, I don't know how well you know him. He's amazing, and he's so fucking charming that he like got me in the room, and I'm like, I don't want to do this, and like he knew I didn't want to do it when I walked in. I was taking the meeting to humor him, you know. And he got in there, and he's just like, he pitched it so well. And then all I said was, listen, I'll maybe do this, but I don't want to be mean to anybody. That was the biggest thing. I was like, I don't want to cut anybody down. I don't make anyone feel terrible about it.
Because you're a real singer, you're a real musician. You didn't want to sit there and say, hey, kid, you're never going to succeed. And that was the model at that point. American Idol had set up that, like, hey, what you got to do is crush somebody's fucking hopes.
Yeah, and make laugh at people's expense. I mean, it's already hard enough to get up there and do that. And I felt like it was a little bit pretentious
and pompous to go up there and kind of